What makes a speech motivational? Is it one used to encourage reflection? Maybe it's using one's experience to raise expectations. Or can it be a simple, declare to action? To me, the best motivational speeches stay in memory. Maybe not the words, but the feelings it inspired. Like the movie scene that encourages the hero's call to action, an activist pushing for change, a coach's prep talk leading into a big game, or from a commencement speech delivered by an industry leader. However, there is one speech that has always stuck with me, and it came from the most unlikeliest of places. It wasn't in a movie or from behind a podium. Instead, it came from the intro of a video game, less than a minute and a half long and barely 150 words. The game is Madden 13, and when you load it up, instead of flashing graphics or highlight reels, you're greeted by darkness. The light turns on in the distance of a player sitting alone in a locker room, and a voice fills the speakers. It's Ray Lewis, number 52 of the Baltimore Ravens. What follows isn't an advertisement for a video game, it's a lesson on doubt, sacrifice, and legacy.
I've always been told that I'm too small.
With the first words, Lewis reminds us that what others think doesn't define you. It may come as a surprise to many, but in the scouting reports prior to the 1996 NFL Draft, Lewis was constantly marked as being undersized.
I'm not big enough. I'm not fast enough. I don't have what it takes.
These lines achieve one of the key aspects of a great motivational speech. You see, he is not preaching from a podium, he's speaking from experience. That's what makes his words land so hard. You can feel the chip on his shoulder, the years of struggle, and the fire it created. In that moment, he's not just talking to football players, he's talking to anyone who's ever been counted out. The message is simple. Your limitations aren't defined by others, they're written by your effort.
Sweat is necessary. Walter and Jerry had their heels, never being comfortable with just good enough.
From there, Lewis shifts gears, from doubt to discipline. He reminds us that greatness isn't something you stumble into, it's something you bleed for. When he says sweat is necessary, he's talking about more than conditioning, he's talking about commitment. Then he references Walter Payton and Jerry Rice, two of the most legendary examples of work ethic in the NFL. It was once said that Walter Payton didn't change the game, he just played it better than everybody else. And that's exactly what Lewis is pointing to. That consistency, that hunger to improve, that refusal to settle for good enough. These names aren't random. They represent obsession, sacrifice, and the mindset that greatness is earned in silence long before it's celebrated in public. Lewis is telling us that excellence demands discomfort, because comfort is where potential goes to die.
I prepare so no one can take what is mine. No one can replace my mind, my heart.
Then Lewis takes the message inward. It's no longer about proving others wrong, it's about protecting what's his. This isn't arrogance, it's ownership. He's describing the mindset of someone who understands that preparation is defense. The mind and the heart he mentions aren't just metaphors. They are the two halves of every champion, intelligence and passion. One plans the path, the other drives through the pain.
Lombardi inspired me. And now our biggest prize bears his name.
Then Lewis widens the lens. He connects it to something bigger. Legacy. Vince Lombardi wasn't just a coach. He was a symbol of discipline, unity, and the relentless pursuit of perfection. For players, the Lombardi Trophy isn't just silver. It's sacrifice. It's pain. It's proof.
I'm older. Of course I'm older. That's the beauty of it. 16 years plus.
We're in the final stretch of the speech. Now Ray Lewis is acknowledging time, the one opponent every athlete in person eventually faces. But instead of fearing it, he's embracing it. Age to him isn't a limitation, it's proof of endurance.
Different level of wisdom, different level of understanding, different level of punishment.
He's not the same man who entered the league in 1996. He's someone who's endured, adapted, and learned how to turn pain into perspective.
I want to live long after my records have fallen, long after my rings have tarnished. And whatever you got to do to make sure you chase your legacy every second of your life.
Lewis is not talking about stats or trophies. He's talking about impact. It's the kind of philosophy that separates legends from players and leaders from participants.
Will you be remembered? How would you be remembered? Why wouldn't you fight for the greatest achievement ever? Leave your mark.
And that is why, even as a die-hard Pittsburgh Steelers fan, this minute-and-a-half game intro lives in my memory as one of the best motivational speeches. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.